Welcome to the Cincy Postcast. I'm Kevin Wallace, and before we get started with today's episode, I get to tell you about our friends over at Streetside Brewery. That is right, our dear, dear friends over at Streetside. Such good people. We absolutely love them. They're over in the Columbia Tusculum neighborhood over on the east side of Cincinnati. It is by far my favorite place to watch FC Cincinnati games, especially when they are on the road like they will be this weekend. So if you're not able to join us out in Salt Lake City, and why the heck would you be able to, you can head on over to Streetside and you can watch the game there. They've got a really great setup there. It's a really, really cool bar. Did I mention delicious beers? Some of the best, largest variety of beers that they are brewing of anybody in this city. I absolutely love what they're doing. They've got simple, easy drinkers for you. They got all the IPAs you could shake a stick at, and they got really creative, unusual flavors as well. I absolutely love what they got going on over there. Food as well. There are tons of events, tons of really great community events. Absolutely love our friends over at Streetside. So support them for supporting us. And again, huge thank you to Streetside for sponsoring this episode. And on this episode, oh boy, this is a wild and weird episode of the Cincy Postcast. One, no robots or AI was used in the making of this episode. Apologies if some people seem to think that there was AI done on the last episode. Interesting. We'll have to look into that. I know I certainly didn't want to talk about the Hell is Real loss, but I do want to talk about the 3-0 beatdown of Inter Miami. The blue out was a success. The boo out was maybe even more of a success. Amazing scenes at TQL Stadium. FC Cincinnati back on top. What a weird team. Stop and start. The highs and lows all experienced in 1 week. We talk about it. Kinda, sorta, in this episode. We try to, all right? We do our best. I will say, we are also releasing at the same time, same day, if you have not checked it out, The World's Gam, a very different, very unusual episode. Again, these Wednesday night episodes are killing us. However, we got to actually talk to Andrew Wiebe. That is right. So head on over to The World's Gam if you want a little more postcasting your life. Otherwise, soak in the vibes. Enjoy a 3-0 victory over Inter Miami postcast. Now, before we get to our thoughts after the game, we were actually lucky enough to have Damon Gumbert on the scene at TQL Stadium and was able to get some audio talking to the players after the match. So here are some clips of some of the players talking after the match, their thoughts on the game, and then we will go to me and Chief attempting to discuss the 3-0 victory for FC Cincinnati.
Score early, give your team the lead. How important was that to you to make a statement early, but to help your team get up in a quick fashion?
Yeah, it's very important to get the early goal, not to let down after, especially. And it's a great feeling, who was against, but, at the end of the day, that's what I wanted to do. So go get an assist, help the team.
Prior to the match, was there, maybe in the meetings or in the talk before you guys came out there, what was the conversations about, like, playing as a team? Like, what was the message you guys came out with tonight to be able to get this result?
Yeah, it was that exactly. Play as a team, not be as individual, maybe as we've been, the past couple of games, and play together, and we can beat this team, and we can be a very good team.
This was asked, but with Kevin out, did you guys, and you in particular, replacing him, did that put any extra motivation or there be pressure? But what were you feeling just in terms of the task that you guys had, or kind of filling that hole?
Yeah, I don't try to think about other players. I just think about my opportunity, and when I get it, I try to make the most of it.
Speaking of opportunity, kind of where are you looking to grow your game? Obviously, you're still very young. Kind of, what are your goals moving forward for the game as a whole?
I have a very, very good player next to me as Evander, and try to learn a lot from his game, maybe the shooting aspect and technique-wise. But I think mainly the most in my game is like the defensively is so I can play maybe the eight position, and then be more versatile, I guess.
You want think we was think 3-0 for today.
Today, yeah. 3-0, yeah. Why not? It was we go into the game obviously wanting to dominate, and that's what we did.
You had Lucho last year, as you just said. You have Evander this year. What are the things, just as you work on your own game, that you can take from them? And particularly with Evander, just what makes a guy like him so special from your point of view?
Yeah, for me, I mean, it's I guess like a pretty good ability that I have is knowing that I have these players around me, and knowing that every day in practice, like, yes, I work on my stuff, but I also see them and see what they're good at or very good at, and makes them succeed. And I try to work on that too. And he's a phenomenal player. He's been scoring. I don't know how many games this is now that he scored 2+ goals, but
5 now.
Yeah, but he's incredible. Great player.
Just kind of with Messi and Evander out there, two MVP front runners. What do you make of the MVP race as a whole?
Evander, of course, always Evander. I mean, both players, of course. Messi's been. Everybody knows, he's an amazing player. But yeah, my books is Evander. Yeah.
Just for good. Just going back to your goal when you saw Luka make that move and your major run. What did you see there? How'd you do it?
Yeah, we try to get Odesano in isolation as much as possible. And I just, I saw the center back was far behind, so I ran in that space. There was a lot of space, and it's good. I give credit to also the coaching staff, Dom Kner and Kenny, that also do these drills in practice, and that's a drill, honestly, that we've done, and it worked today. So.
Dado, do you think with your goal, with the first goal that you scored, it was going to be a total of like 3 goals total that your team was going to end up scoring?
Yeah, I mean, when you score early, you try to get the second, third as fast as possible because you have the momentum. And we closed out the half. That's something maybe we haven't been doing well, or after taking the lead, but we closed out the half well, and then we came back and defended good in the second half, and then we scored the second, scored the third. So
Did the atmosphere of the fans motivate you guys more to keep pushing?
Yeah, it was a great atmosphere, and then even at the end when we're up 3-0, you see Teenage and Matt Miazga, making the fans even more crazy with putting their hands up or whatever. The fans are always, fans are the best fans in the league. So, yeah.
You scored your first goal in MLS against Miami last year.
Yeah.
Is that special? Does that make it any extra special for you when it comes in a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's mainly special because I played for them, and yeah, you always want to score against your old team, so yeah.
How did it feel having a 3-goal lead and being able to see that one out?
It didn't feel good until the end, because after the last game, you can't really get ahead of yourself, and especially against a team like Miami where they can just make something out of nothing. You just don't want to give Messi an inch or anyone on their team an inch. So I thought the team showed great fortitude and discipline and effort to see the game out, even though, it could have been easy to take our foot off the gas, which we may have done in the past. I think we learned our lesson last game, and today was a great performance from the boys.
Did you prepare mentally differently than any other game today, knowing that you have Messi and Suarez
right in front of you. I don't know if the preparation's different. You obviously, it's not almost easier, but you watch these guys more and more, than any other player because you grow up watching these guys, so you kind of know what they're about. But I guess the focus was just more about just, trying to focus on what we needed to do after the Columbus game we had, kind of what things can we control to make sure the game doesn't get away from us. And we kind of know the kind of players they have, and obviously we did our research. We know what they're about, and I thought, we just came here more focused on what we need to do, and I thought that showed tonight.
Go ahead.
You can never really switch off in a game, sure, but like as you mentioned it, the way that Miami can kind of just pop up out of nowhere and create a moment. How much mental acuity does it take to really keep that level of focus all game and not let it slide and earn that kind of clean sheet for you and for the whole team?
No, it's different for me and for the guys because I'm not out there running in this heat. I'm a goalie. I'm just doing nothing. So it's kind of easier for me to be more mentally clued in. Where it's when these guys are going up and down,
Mm-hmm.
the moments that Miami can get dangerous are when we're on the attacking transition and we're slow getting up, and then they have time and space when they win the ball back to come this way. So I feel like we did a great job of not resting until we got into the positions we wanted, and got in our proper defensive shape, and then we could relax a little bit. So I think the guys showed great, discipline for 90 minutes to find a way to be in good spots early and not let the game get away from us.
Do you feel like as the game gets longer and guys are getting more fatigued, you have to step up your role in terms of whether it be communication or information in order to kind of, because of your ability to stay a little bit more locked in without the running, I guess?
I don't need to start chasing anything per se because they're getting tired. I just have to be more aware of where guys are at, where their team is at with new guys coming on and certain things, and where I can be more positionally advanced if maybe we're a bit tired or we're not getting to places quicker. Because there was even a cross later in the game. I saw Lucas wasn't tracking back, and maybe his teenager at the time wasn't going to get there. And Joey Alba looks for the switch, so I cheat, not cheat a little bit my position. I'm just reading the game. So it's just knowing that, all right, these guys are probably going to be tired. He's going to look to switch it back across. So being more ready for those moments as the game goes on is important, but it's not really stirring way too much from the game plan, just staying locked in.
After the way Columbus obviously went down, to get this win and get it in a 3-0 fashion, kind of what does that mean for the group and then going this weekend and going to field?
Yeah, it obviously feels good. It's nice that we had such a quick turnaround so we could kind of just put the game in the past and kind of focus on what we needed to do and get out there and perform. And I just think it shows the mental strength of the group, showing that we can bounce back from one of the toughest nights in this building in a long time and give our fans something to cheer about. So I was just happy with how everyone came into this week, got ready for this game, and didn't really overthink it, but took it very seriously and just went out there and performed.
What do you tell to the fans? So they're always here supporting, regardless.
Yeah.
Good bet results. Luckily, more better results for you guys. We're tell that people that is always supporting the club.
Yeah, I think we have the best fans in the league, and they've been out here supporting us when things have gone well and things haven't gone well. And especially after a game like last year, our big rivalry game, it was the best I've seen the stadium in the first 5 minutes. And to let it get away from us like that, it was brutal to take and brutal for the fans. So I'm just happy we could come out here and give them something for all the work they do and all the work they put in to help us get results. So we love our fans, and we're happy we could get them tonight.
Just 2 MVP candidates in this game. Obviously, one on your side, one on the other side. What do you make of the races number one? Obviously, what Evander did today.
I mean, it's always going to be tough when Messi's in the running, but I think Evander is unbelievable. He's been producing more and more, and looks like he's just super comfortable out there. And, I hope he wins it for our boy, that'd be sick, but who knows what's going to happen, and we're just happy to have Evander on our team.
Yeah, awesome.
First clean sheet in quite a while. How does that feel, especially going against a team like this?
It's just about time, because we've had a couple of good results before that Columbus game, but it's just we're letting things go late and we're not staying as mentally disciplined for 90 minutes. And on a night like this, when Miami can be dangerous all 90 minutes, for our team to find a way to get it done, I think it shows, a turning point maybe for our team defensively and how locked in we need to be for a whole game. So, yeah, it does feel good. It's about time, and hopefully we can get it, more going forward.
It was important for those moments sometimes to be on the ball and to be brave. We talked about it. Against Miami, if you can take them away, keep Busquets out of the ball and keep those guys out of the ball, they get frustrated as well. They don't really also want to defend as well in this kind of temperatures. So I think the guys were brave. Everyone was brave. And I think we limited them chances with keeping the ball as well. It was very important.
Just coming off that Columbus game for quick turnaround, kind of to get this win, get it in 3-0 fashion, keep a clean sheet, what does that mean for this group moving forward?
like I said, it's important. I mean, playing at home is it's very important. Keeping a clean sheet. I mean, we don't want to be conceding 3 goals at home. This is not the DNA of the team. I don't believe so. I mean, our defense is solid, and I think it's very important for us to keep clean sheets as from now on. We should have more clean sheets at home than away. Probably playing away is hard, but at home we shouldn't be conceding more than 2 goals. This is not acceptable for me.
Thank you so much, Damon, for getting us that audio. I go now to Chief, who I cannot figure out based on what I am seeing on my screen is what's going on here. Chief, FC Cincinnati wins. I'm feeling great. You're feeling great, but maybe more importantly, where the heck are you?
I am in my car. I am leaving the TQL Stadium area, and I'm heading down to pick up Grayson. He decided he didn't want to go to the game, and so he's down at the Kesha concert, and he decided that was more important than FC Cincinnati versus Inter Miami. So I thought, I'd be nice and I'd give him a ride from the show. So that's where I'm on my way to go grab him from his concert experience. Kevin, I'm amped up about this FC Cincinnati game, but I am profoundly confused. How the hell is this the same team we watched on Saturday?
I don't know. This is a weird team because we know what they are capable of. We know this all year. Everybody has said that this team has another gear or 2 left in them or left to achieve, and they haven't done it. And they absolutely shat the bed against Columbus. No Kevin Denke, potentially for weeks, by the way. And they show up with the most complete performance of the year, absolutely dominated Miami. Miami never threatened. Messi had 1, maybe 2 half-decent chances. That's it.
One of the saddest bicycle kicks I've seen in a while.
True. And no Denke, but Dado and Evander were more than enough. The defense snuffed out everything. Lucas Angle, man, absolutely snuffing things out. You were at the stadium. I was not. But Chief, thoughts, vibes, what was that like?
Vibes high. I was pleased and I was proud of the FC Cincinnati faithful. There were Messi jerseys in the crowd, but there wasn't the sea of pink that you see when he plays other places. He was getting food during the game, which love that for us, love that for our city. So that was awesome. Love that. What was interesting, too, is this lineup without Kevin Denke.
Yeah.
Number one, I said before the game, I was like, this Miami team, you can get this Miami team. They're older. It's a Wednesday game. They're in the middle of a long stretch of games. It's hotter than hell out, humid. You get up on this Miami team, they're gonna fold a little bit and make some business decisions. And where you saw that the most, I thought, and I don't know if this played the same way on television, but man, there was a different energy level to a lot of these FC Cincinnati players. And the 3 that stood out to me were Brian Anunga, Pavel Buka, and Kai Kamara.
Yeah.
And specifically with Kai Kamara, the hold-up play is such a difference maker. And I honestly think that it's sort of the thing that unlocks the FC Cincinnati offense. And it unlocked the FC Cincinnati offense tonight with the number of times he is able to aerially get a long ball, hold play up, or immediately offload the second ball to someone who's making a run, like a Dado, like a Luka, or an Evander. I thought that was incredibly effective for the FC tonight. And man, just the effort from Pavel, Anunga, and also, Matt Miazga as well, just putting Messi in their pocket and, Luis Suarez in their pocket. That was the defensive effort was incredibly impressive with this. It's the first clean sheet this team has kept in God knows how long.
Yeah.
I just, it does make me wonder a little bit, and I was thinking about this too. How much of this FC Cincinnati team is matchup dependent? Are they just a really bad matchup with certain teams like Columbus? And there's just the way this roster is built and the way this team plays tactically is just always going to be, it's going to be a slog against Wilfred Nancy teams. We talked about this when Nancy first moved to Columbus, about how he had Pat Noonan's number in Montreal too. I don't know. I'm trying to square what I saw tonight with what I saw Saturday, and it's tough. I don't know if my mind is bottled. It's mind boggling.
I feel the same way. I saw it as well. Like, the energy was better. They played more cohesively as a team. I'm not, it's not because Denke was not there, to be clear.
No. This is not a Ewing theory situation here.
No. This team would have been much better with Kevin Denke up top, but allow me to pontificate for a moment.
Please pontificate.
I completely agree with you that Kai did a great job and did some amazing stuff. Denke should have, if he was able to, started instead of Kamara, because what Dado offers in terms of creativity and allowing Evander to have another creative force in the attack to play off of, who is more central, who is able and faster and able to recover faster, all of that, when running from side to side and playing with Orishano in particular, but Yedlin as well. Dado Valenzuela has shown an ability to contribute consistently to the attack, and I cannot understand how he cannot be in the plans going forward starting. I understand he may not have the best work ethic in training, or may not be sticking to the diet, or whatever it is. To be clear, none of those things have been said out loud or even to me in private, okay? The only hint we have is some reading between the lines of a thing that Noonan answered a question at, like, a season ticket holder or, ladies' night out event with the team.
Right.
All he does is score. All he does is assist. All he does is look dangerous on the attack. I don't know, man. There's a certain point where you just got to put him up there.
No, I get that. But okay. All right. So here, I'm here with you. I'm with you. Dado gang. I'm here. Yes. Call her Dado. Whatever you want to say about it. Here's the problem, though.
Yeah.
Is I don't want what Kamara is bringing to this team off the field, because when he comes off the field, you immediately lose the threat of the long ball and the ability to play direct. And there are so many players on this team that benefit from direct play. Luca Orishano benefits from direct play, where he can start running at goal. And, I don't know what the solution is, but, like, I'm with you to this extent. Here's where I agree with you, is you have to find a way, I think, to get your 11 best players on the field. And that's on the coaching staff. That's on everyone. Get your best 11 on the field.
Yep.
Dado Valenzuela is one of the best 11 players in this team right now. And so you got to figure out what that means and how you get him on the field. I think, for what it's worth, I think Kai Kamara is one of the best 11 players in this team right now, too, in terms of the skill set and the things that he does that no one else on this team can do. I think Kevin Denke is obviously one of the best 11. That's a lot of strikers or, people up top. Evander is, we interviewed Andrew Wiebe for the World's Game. He's got the MVP race locked up right now as a 3-player race between Evander, the dude out in San Diego who I'm blanking on, Anders Dreyer.
Yeah.
So Evander's, like, again, scores a brace tonight. He was having a quiet night right up until the exact second that he wasn't.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's a good problem to have. I don't know how you figure out what the best 11 is here. I don't know how you figure out not the best 11, how you get the best 11 players on the field, because if Dado's not on the field, then then you're leaving him in the chamber. And this team is too good and this season is too important to leave him in the chamber.
Well, sadly for us, Chief, it sounds like this won't truly be an issue for the next couple of weeks, potentially, with Kevin Denke being out. The story post-game, apparently. So the comment originally came, and if folks don't do this, you absolutely should. Before the game, Pat Noonan always speaks to Tommy G on the radio. So even if you're at the game or watching at home,
why don't they post this?
I don't know.
Why don't they post just like this clip so that you can go as a fan and listen to like whatever it was that Pat was saying?
I don't know. Because, that's the only time that the news came out is if you listen to that pregame broadcast. Now, I will admit, I didn't get a chance to watch it. I was trying to wrap up mowing the lawn before the game started. And I listened to a book on tape, okay, when I mow the lawn. And so I missed that. But then at the very end of the game, Tommy G referenced it on the broadcast. I'm like, whoa, okay. Immediately tweeted out, a couple other people tweeted out. And then, we finally got a little further clarification post-game where apparently Denke hurt himself in the first 20 minutes against Columbus and continued to play on it, potentially injuring it further is kind of what seemed to have been implied there. And then to this point now where he said potentially maybe weeks without Denke. Now, given how Leagues Cup falls into the schedule and other things, it may not be the worst timing in the world, but certainly hurts for the return leg against Miami coming up and then this weekend against RSL, which would help in the Shield race. So tough scenes on that front.
I mean, honestly, the biggest, there's two. I mean, you don't want to ever see a good player get hurt. You never want like leg injuries or muscle injuries or soft tissue injuries. Those are never, you never want those. The biggest problem may be that Evander is going to get more goals, and at some point, someone's going to pay the price tag that's out there on him because he's so goddamn good. Like, so goddamn good.
It is so funny that, he is such a sublime player. He plays with, I'm going to use a word you don't get to often hear in sports commentary. He plays with tranquility, Chief. He experiences soccer Dao, all right? That's what it is.
He reminds me of like Spike Spiegel from the Cowboy Bebop cartoon, where it's just like fundamentally unbothered by everything happening around him. And that was really annoying when he was getting his pocket picked from behind earlier in the year. But now
it works. Uh-oh, Chief. I think the government may be trying to shut down your signal here.
I'm getting too close to the Kesher here. I'm getting too close.
I think all of the glitter at the atmosphere near the Kesher concert's going to interact with our radio waves here. I guess I'm looking ahead to this weekend. We will be in Salt Lake City for this matchup against RSL. If folks are able to get out there, we'll post some information in the Discord if you're going to be out there about where we'll be pregame and things like that. So we'll keep you in the loop. But Chief, what are we looking forward to in the matchup against RSL this weekend?
The vibes have to be off the charts high, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Vibes are great right now. Vibes are immaculate. There's a lot of concert goers just running through traffic right now. This is very funny.
Don't run over
What I'm
Grayson.
looking forward to most, I'm not going to run over Grayson. It's okay. That's way too many people to be getting into a car, though. Looking forward to most is we're going to be back together. We got the same traveling crew we had for away days last year in New York. Team is riding a little bit of a heater. RSL is, they're not great. They got, not Cassian Andor. They got the other Diego Luna on that team. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, what I am looking forward most here is I'm looking forward to seeing if this team can, they got to keep it going. They had a hiccup versus Columbus. we're back, and like a team that really wants to cement itself and as one of those teams that could win the Shield, where they're lurking around the top of the table. You got to take care of business against a team like RSL. Like you got to go out there, you got to handle your business. It's a road game, it's a West Coast game. It shouldn't matter. This is a team that even without Kevin Denke, the best players in the country in Evander. I'm assuming we're going to see more Dado Valenzuela. Get it done.
Yeah, absolutely. RSL currently out of the playoff picture in the Western Conference. I don't believe they can jump that before that game. So that will be what it looks like going into this. FC Cincinnati is 1 point off of the Philadelphia Union for the Supporter Shield race. We'll also point out, even with all of Inter Miami's games in hand, FC Cincinnati now has a better points per game rate than Miami does. Philadelphia still tops the league in the points per game ratio. I know it gets a little confusing with everybody having a couple of games in hand or playing late night games, but in general, things are looking good for the FC Cincinnati regular season. It still sticks out like a sore thumb, though. Everybody around us at the top of the table has plus 13 to plus 17 goal differential. FC Cincinnati plus 7.
Yeah,
look like a mid-table team.
You go out to RSL. You hammer them a little bit, and you can get right in terms of how you're looking on that particular column. And you know what? The other thing too to remember is in this stupid league we all follow, goal differential is the second tiebreaker. So I guess it's something worth keeping an eye on. But like, I'm not going to lose sleep over the goal differential. I'm not going to do it, especially not when we will be out and partaking in some fine Mormon culture, some fine Salt Lake culture. I'm told we have to hit a soda shop when we're out there, or like a fancy soda or a spiked soda or whatever it is that they do out there. So probably do a little bit of that, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think they spike it with like coconut milk. I don't think we're gonna get an actual spiked soda, sadly.
Well, I mean that's not the hip flask can't fix.
Yeah, it's a great point.
You're doing your job right.
That might be a felony, by the way, just owning a flask.
Yeah, you're right about that. I got some new equipment that I'm excited to break out for away days, Kevin. I gave you a little bit of a preview in the group chat about that. Are you excited to fully embrace your cheese dick content creator persona out in Utah?
I cannot wait. In fact, Chief, the preview I saw has me worried that we are going to alarm business owners. So we may have to come up with a plan.
Oh, whatever. The hell with it. It's like everyone out there's nice. They're all nice to your face. They talk about you after you leave. Yeah.
That's fine. Well,
and they're non-confrontational too. Everybody knows this about Utahns. Utahns?
Utes? Surely it's Utes.
Utauntons? Utes, yeah. No, Utes is from my cousin Vinny. That's completely different.
Oh, yeah, that's only the young Utahians.
Right. I guess this is about the best you're going to get from us on a Wednesday right here, I think.
This is about as good as it gets on a Wednesday.
This sucks. Like we didn't think this through on our release schedules that we're doing Thursday release dates. The Wednesday games really screw at this.
Yeah. Would it have made more sense to release Wednesdays so you're recording Tuesday? But then if you do that, then the Sunday you end up having to recap 2 matches? I don't know.
Really, this is a problem because there's 7 days in a week instead of 8. There should be 8 days in a week. Why did we settle on an odd number of days in the week?
I don't know, but I am worried we're going to get into the old bodybuilding forum. How many workouts a week?
How many times can you do a full body workout in a week if you work out every other day?
Yeah, you just work out every other day, so you get four in a week.
Right.
Oh my God!
What are you looking forward to doing out in Salt Lake City?
I am looking forward to seeing Park City, specifically because I want to know what was so damn special about this city that our city could not even begin to compare or could not even begin to replicate in any way, shape, or form. I got to see this apparently holy grail of cities that Cincinnati cannot touch in any way, shape, or form. I got to see what I'm missing.
Do you think we need to force Grayson to be on camera for this?
Yes, absolutely. Oh, which actually reminds me, I was about to crack the joke. We can use AI to give him a new face, but Chief, we should probably quickly acknowledge before I lose you again.
Yes.
No, the Hope people thought the AI bit was funny. That's all I want, okay? I know people have strong opinions about the AI. The thing is, we did a bit last year where we didn't talk about a really bad loss after the game because it hurt too much. And to me, a 4-2 loss to Columbus after being up 2-0 in the first 8 minutes was on a similar level. And so instead of not talking about the game, which is the bit we already did, I thought this was the funny way to do the bit. Was a little concerned at the number of people who asked me to clarify if it was AI or not, but I hope people thought it was funny.
I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you glad that I talked you into like doing the second and third segment in person as opposed to more AI?
100%. What people don't know is that the entire episode, including listener questions, by the way, was completely scripted out. Oh yeah, and I should also say what the AI voices were saying was also written by AI. So it is not the case where like I wrote a script. I would not have written that script. The script was generally bad, and
it was terrible. It was really, really terrible.
Yeah. But all I did was tell it that you liked action movies and that Grayson was a film and theater snob, and it just stuck to those two things the whole damn time.
Yeah, I think that the true Jimbo on all this was the action movies is great, but like random science fiction movies would have been better.
Yeah.
Oops.
This is what I thought of late at night, trying to quickly come up with an idea of what to do. So oh god.
Yeah, sorry. Grayson called, was asking where I am because I'm stuck in traffic.
Fair enough. No, I was just saying I was worried I lost you, and then I was also saying that the last word I heard you say was the word oops. So I was hoping everything was okay.
Yeah, that's like never the last word you want to hear before something. Like it's the same with your kids. You don't want to hear oops and then silence.
Yes. It's like, crap. What am I about to walk into?
Yes, we got to go to Park City. I don't know. Maybe do a Mormon Utah brewery tour. That might be fun.
Yeah, that would be really funny. I wonder if there's like a craft soda shop that will give us a tour of their soda making process. Bottling? I don't know what they call it.
Are you bringing a black blazer though to wear?
I can.
And a black skinny tie and a white shirt?
I guess I'll have to like wear that out because I was just going to bring a backpack. So. So I'll look really sharp for the airplane.
Hello, my name is Elder Kevin. Have you heard the good news about Gary?
I'm just going to wear a suit out there.
But with shorts, obviously.
Yeah, well, yeah, black shorts, obviously.
It's going to be hot.
I'm not crazy.
Yeah. So, vibes are high for this away days. It feels like whenever we do an away days trip, vibes are always mixed. This feels like high vibes right now.
I think we got high vibes. What I'm really interested in is like experiencing the altitude as a spectator. Because, I hear all about it. Yeah.
It's hard. Yeah, no, it's as hard as it is on the players. It's even harder on the fans, I've heard.
Yeah, of course. So, yeah, what I really want is for me to not notice it and then for me to just discount the experience for professional athletes that every professional athlete has talked about to a T. I'll just deny it. No.
Right.
Yeah, I've watched a game at altitude. All right. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, no, you don't understand. I spent the entire game watching this game and I felt fine. What are you man up? Come on. Yeah. What are we doing here?
Can breathe all day. What do you want from me?
Keep running. This is nonsense.
Oh, God.
It's good. It's going to be good. And Yeah, I look, I went into tonight with some very simple goals in mind. My goal number one was we needed to get points tonight.
Yes.
The stretch goal from there, it's like a Kickstarter. We met our original goal.
This. Yes.
The stretch goal was let's get all 3 points. And then when we met that threshold, my next stretch goal was let's make sure that, Dickhead doesn't score any goals tonight and sends all the people in pink jerseys home unhappy. And we met all 3 stretch goals tonight. Every single person that paid a premium to see this loser saw nothing. And the FC took home all 3 points. And that warms my heart. It warms my heart how many nights were ruined by Leo crapping the bed at TQL Stadium one more time.
It feels good. He was on a stretch of 5 games.
Grayson in 5 games straight, right?
Yeah, which is wild. And speaking of scoring in 5 straight games, I'm fairly certain Evander is now the first FC Cincinnati player ever to score in 5 straight games. I was trying to do the USL research on this. I did not see where Akoli did this or Ledesma did this.
And the only other person I could think that might have done it was GB when he first got started. GB scored 4 goals in 1 game and then never scored again.
Yeah, so GB and Koenig were the 2 I haven't checked yet, but it still feels unlikely. So I got to double check those. Certainly the first time in MLS, which was kind of shocking. I kind of figured Lucho would have gotten that. But,
I believe it's pronounced Danny Koenig.
Danny Koenig. And
Danny Koenig.
Another one of those guys where their voice doesn't match their persona.
I don't know what to say, man. You can keep honking and it's not going to make the crowd go any faster. I don't know. Yeah, it's like people go to a concert and they're all shocked that crowds happen. It's great. I love this.
Yeah. Nobody could have seen this coming. 20,000 people leaving.
Where is the love and the attitude of Kesha right here? Where is that love that everybody needs right now?
Man.
Only love can save us now.
Is that one of her songs?
It is actually, okay. Yes. I'm sorry that you don't know ball, but after I don't know what's the name of the song. Blow is probably Blow's a great song.
See, after that I lost track. So
you should pick Kesha back up. Kesha's a good time on wheels. The one song she did, the one album she did, Rainbows, phenomenal. It is a pop music masterpiece. One of the best pop records of the last, I'd say 15, 20 years or so. It's very good. Quality disc.
I know what I'm listening to while editing the podcast tonight.
Oh yeah, no, we might be throwing some Kesha on in the Airbnb. I might bring that little portable speaker that they gave me as a season ticket holder gift. We might be throwing that in the old carry-on, and we may be rocking out to a little $dollar sign at the among the Utes.
Can we smuggle that speaker into America First Stadium so we can have our own pregame and play the FC Cincinnati kickoff song before the game?
Via Conmigo? No, it's already gonna be a problem smuggling in the recording equipment. That's already going to be a thing.
That's a good point.
I was thinking about this today. I was thinking shit, a real podcast and real people would call ahead to let them know they're doing this and not just guerrilla recording.
So what we'll do is we'll get a drone and we'll fly the drone over the stadium. It will drop the equipment off to us overhead.
Right. Or we'll go to somebody by the fence and have somebody throw a bag over the fence too.
Yes. But you see there's a great story out there where a guy went out into a field where a festival was going to be and buried a Nalgene bottle full of vodka. And then when the festival took place, he dug it back up.
Actually, I went to a music festival. I went to the Dave Matthews did a music festival in Chicago in a toxic waste dump. Different spot where they dropped the shit in the river, different toxic waste situation. But you were able to go in and out from the festival back to your car. You had in and out passes, which I'd never seen before at a festival, but it was all right. So I walked back out the one time. I was profoundly hammered, and I filled a water bottle up with vodka. And as I was walking back in, the people looking at the thing were what kind of bottle you got there? I was like, oh, it's a water bottle. And I'm just like hammered. And the guy said, it looks like it's unsealed. And then at that moment, I decided that like honesty was the best policy. And I was just like, yeah, I know. I filled it with vodka. And this guy gave me a look and was like, just get the fuck out of my sight. And just like, in. It's like, mission failed successfully.
Yes. That is one of my favorite like tropes in a TV show where like the main character, somebody is caught doing something and they just confess to it and everybody laughs.
This actually happened. I rolled a natural 1 and still succeeded.
Right. Like the greatest scene in Breaking Bad is Hank confronts him and goes, "Hey, what's in the bag?" And he goes, $500,000 or $250,000 in small bills. And he just laughs and he goes, "Yeah, if only, buddy." And
hang on, Grayson's calling. I'll be right with you.
Yes, please. This is the best day ever.
What are you laughing at?
Because I've got Grayson.
Oh, Grayson's on. Oh. Okay.
Do you want me to try?
What we talk about?
I was getting ready to end this thing, so this is great.
No, I'm actually curious. How much glitter did you ingest by mistake?
None.
How much glitter did you ingest willingly?
The people around me had the good sense to use mostly rub-on glitter and not like spray or aerosolized glitter.
Yeah. Mrs. Chief is informing me that it was so the conditions were such that there was no way that the glitter was spreading anywhere beyond someone's individual person.
No. People. It was definitely people were definitely sticky, both based on the condition and based on the state of the American physique in 2025.
Oh dear God! I guess I can turn my camera back on. I was trying to save Chief some data. We had a spotty connection there.
No,
my God.
I should Grayson, we're actually taping the podcast right now, so
okay, fine.
Don't worry about it. I got passengers now.
Oh, good.
How much is this are we actually going to include?
I know. I'm sorry. You're going to have to edit all of this. Right, yeah.
TBD.
I thought the concert was a little self-indulgent. I'm curious if anybody else had the same reaction.
Grayson, don't make me. Yeah, but it's supposed to be over the top.
Yeah, but so I saw Kesha in 2017 before Macklemore, and it felt more straightforward. And this was like very much like, oh, we're doing like this narrative, and it was like, but so I will say that I didn't realize like how parasocial Kesha fans were. Until today.
I will say though, her shows, because I've been to 2 more recent ones, they've been getting more narrative as she goes.
Okay.
Yeah, but this was very like weird concept art.
Yeah, I'm very on board for Kesha's songs. I'm like less on board for Carradine's for Kesha's like prose narrative. I'm glad
the Cincy Postcast. Featuring Kesha hot takes.
I'm glad she kept the bald dancer with glasses though. He's been with Kesha a long time, and I'm glad he's still around.
I love the criticism of a concert for being too self-indulgent. Just literally elevated on a stage. They have multiple cameras and screens, presumably.
So Scissor just came out and played songs.
I see.
But they just played songs for us to enjoy. And Kesha, who sounded great, by the way.
Yeah, she did.
Didn't just do that. And I loved it. I thought it was a great show. But I thought it was a bit... I get that it's like, oh, like I've broken free. But she referred to herself at one point as an independent artist. And it's like, come on. And she's like, I'm finally like free from bondage. I put my record out on Kesha Records. I'm like, well, do you have any artists signed to Kesha Records? Are they bound to contracts or not? You know,
That's the thing. Anybody can release on Kesha Records.
Right, that's right. And like, what happens is
Are they looking for a soccer podcast? Because I'll sign on to Kesha Records like right the fuck.
They're looking for a Kesha podcast.
I mean, look, if Kesha wants to sign us to a podcast deal on Kesha Records that we can break at any time, I'm down.
Postcast glitter, I'm in. I think they'll legally bar us from the state of Utah if we do that, though.
I have.
Dude, we're gonna get barred from the state of Utah by the end of this weekend.
Bars is actually what they refer to as their jails. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I've loved.
Kesha had bars for sure.
Oh, nice. I've loved the idea of releasing the podcast as like an album somewhere where like you have to own the physical CD in order to be able to.
We're doing a vinyl pressing of this week's podcast.
Yes, I really truly want that.
It's funny. It's funny you mentioned that because I had a thought where I was like, I was listening to Scissor Sisters play, and I was like, "Ta-da!" might have been the last CD I ever bought.
That's a hell of a question. I don't remember the last CD I bought.
That's a good question.
I think you know what it is? I got a copy of the new Jim Trace and the Makers album on CD just because I was like, y'all are still making CDs. This is awesome.
Nice.
I have nothing to play this on, but I love that I own it.
Yeah, I know I've bought records since then. I'm not sure I've bought a CD since then.
All right, so Kevin, are you going to release the Kesha concert on the Patreon and then make everybody else, pay to hear it?
Yes, this is the content that was so bad we didn't want to give it away for free. That is what we charge for.
You want to review the Kesha concert to counter Grayson's narrative here?
Yeah, I need another review.
I just America needs Kesha right now. And so,
no doubt.
And so I hate to agree with him. I think he might be a little bit right. Because
this is how every podcast
goes. That's not how this podcast works.
But it might be true though. Except she is awesome, and she did start. She did start she was the beginning of the Me Too movement and all this shit. So I feel like she can still take a victory lap. Is self-indulgent? Yeah, but she's been through a lot, and she's not gotten the same support that some other people have. I think. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but
you better stop anyone on this show.
So Katie is not supportive, but I think Gaga is on her side.
Yeah, no. So I think she's still allowed to be. Is my point. You might be right, but she's allowed.
I agree, she's allowed. You're allowed to do whatever you want. You are in charge as the artist.
Not in this country.
I am speaking artist to artist.
Well, I mean, as if anyone can be on Kesha Records as a creator, as fellow members of the Kesha Records label,
as fellow Kesha Records eligible creators,
yes. Jesus. All right, it is almost midnight. I do need to edit something that looks like a podcast. Chief, would you like to kindly put this podcast out of its misery?
Love Kesha, fuck Columbus.
The Cincy Postcast is a production of The Post Cincy. You can check us out online at thepostcincy.com. You can also follow us on Twitter and Blue Sky, Facebook, and Instagram. Twitter and Blue Sky, though, you'll find we're a little more active than the other places. We're also on YouTube, where you can listen to this episode if you aren't listening to it already. We are also putting up video content semi-regularly, including the Away Days series. We want to give a huge thank you to Jim Trace and the Makers for providing the music for this episode. They are a lovely band, and you can find more information out about them in the description of this episode. And if you happen to enjoy what you just heard, can I please ask that you like us, that you rate us on whatever app you're listening to, and maybe more importantly than all of that, share this episode with a friend. When it comes up at work, you're talking about FC Cincinnati. I say, hey, I listened to an FC Cincinnati podcast. I think you guys will like it. It would really, really help us out. Nothing helps a podcast travel more than a good recommendation from a friend, family member. That would be awesome. When it comes to the sorting algorithms that control our lives, a 5-star review would be much appreciated. Also, leaving a sort of written review weirdly does more than that. That's how the algorithms work. So maybe say a nice or a mean thing, whatever. Just as long as you give us 5 stars, that'll really, really, really help us out. And if you are looking for more MLS content, check out our other podcast, The World's Gam. Again, a link will be in the description of this episode. That is where we touch on league-wide storylines and news, and we talk about other games and a couple other teams in there as well. I think you will enjoy it if you are just dipping your toes into Major League Soccer. A huge thank you to all of our sponsors. A even bigger thank you to all of our patrons over at Patreon. But maybe most importantly, thank you for listening to this episode.